Oh, okay. Okay. I guess she decided to do a new video. I haven't seen Bad Seeds channel before, but she's going to bring up the discussion about the maid that Foodie Beauty wants to hire. And I have some comments on that because prior to being bit by an attack dog and not being successful at my modified duties, I worked for Unite Here Local 11, which is they had a PAC set up to advance issues for hospitality workers, maid staff. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that and how this applies to the conversation right now. This is so gross. Why can't I get it to 0? There we go. All right. Okay, that's weird. Why are you doing that?
Okay, so let's read this right here. This was recorded before my weigh-in, so yes, I still lost weight, even though I've been eating more than lettuce, LOL. I call bullshit. You didn't lose any weight. And if you did, it was taking a big poo for Salah.
She's trying to compete with Amber Lynn's 3-pound weight loss. The two of you are so pathetic. It's sad.
Well, hello, everybody.
My God.
So let's stop again right here. We have Puta eyeshadow on full display again. And we have
I could totally enjoy that platter with like 4 of my closest friends. What the fuck, Chantel?
giant-sized family platter of food. Yeah, sure, you lost weight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so hungry. No. You stay just let the cat's tail go into the food. Yum. I'm having a pretty big meal. A family feast. I'm really hungry. This is the first big meal I've had since coming back. I know I showed bullshit. My big breakfast together in the video, but I didn't eat that much. We had a lot of leftovers. Sure. We still do. So let me just take a snap. Then if you have a lot of leftovers, why aren't you eating that? Right. Why are you eating this?
Gross.
And get this ready with some fresh lemon. I'm just gonna squeeze all over my food. I don't know if you guys like lemon on your food, but if you haven't tried that, you must. Okay. Yes. Breaking news. Chantal is a trailblazer by putting lemon on her food. The world needed this information.
No, but also notice how she is now sounding like the video I just did about Jeffree Star. Okay. Right, Chantel?
So I have a shrimp platter here with some brown rice, shrimp. What's the plural of shrimp? Shrimp? Eggplant, bread, fresh bread. I don't think that's actual brown rice. It kind of looks like the seasoning made the rice brown, so it's probably the high starch white rice. So nice try, Chantal. Tahina, mabuch, and some kind of salad with juices, vegetable juice. Yalla, let's dig in. I missed this stuff. Oh yes I did. You missed that stuff. They have this kind of food available in Canada. Probably not this size portion, but they have that kind of food. They're little French fries mixed in between all the food. It's whatever. Babooch. So let's get into some some poop. Shrimp. Dip it in the tahina.
You see, can you hear her doing that? That's literally what Jeffree Star was doing on his video where he was having a meltdown about conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know how some mukbangers do that? Mm-hmm. No, because I don't watch them. When I take a bite of something good, I have a piece of French fry with rice. So carb on top of carb. Mm-hmm. Gee, I wonder why you're so thin, Chantal. I love this bread, but it has and some more wheat germ on it, so it gets messy. I don't think, is that wheat germ? I don't think so. I think usually they make bread with some type of cornmeal so that it doesn't stick. I don't think it's wheat germ. So clearly, judging by the camera angle, she's not allowed to eat on Salah's poop orgy couches. So I'm feeling...
Well, no, they have a new table, remember? And there's only one chair out available for use, and the other chair is tucked in by the wall.
The after effects of that journey back here. Why? Because you were flying like a bat out of hell to put that D on lockdown? I'm in a lot of pain. It's called obesity. That's your pain. And untreated diabetes. I have back pain that is so bad. It's probably your kidneys failing. And I learned something today that if you're on long-haul flight, especially if you're going to try to sleep, you have to recline. Like, I didn't recline the whole time because I'm afraid of being, like, just being inconsiderate. Wait.
That's the dumbest ass thing that you've said in a long time. Because, number one, you didn't give a shit about spilling over into other people's chairs. Number two, those chairs only recline to a certain level. So they're not going to get in the way of somebody else behind you. Oh my God, you're such a dumb bitch. I can't.
Wait a minute. You're afraid of being inconsiderate, but on your last video, you didn't really give a shit about being inconsiderate, honestly. So you don't want to recline your seat, but it's okay if you spill over on the sides of your seat. That's perfectly acceptable for you. Mm-hmm. Idiot. It's a stupid thing because they make the chairs that way. Good shrimp. Sex noises. You can just lift it up when it's time for meal service, you know? Fried eggplant, I love it. You love everything. I've eaten from this place many times in mukbang. I thought you don't do mukbangs. Now you're doing the mukbangs again? What about your diabetes? Diabetes who? But I'm regretting it because... And you know what? No matter how much puta makeup you put on, Chantal, and the filters that you use, we can still see your jaundice come in really nicely in around your mouth. Mm-mm. My lower back, and then sciatica, which is on my right side, goes down my leg. And you probably have that because you're obese and you sit on your fucking ass all the time. Anyway. And I'm feeling jet lagged, like actual jet lag. Bullshit. I cannot sleep for more than 2.5 to 3 hours at a time. But wait a minute, what happened to your urine drink, or the drink that looks like bile, whatever that bullshit was called? I can't even remember. You're such a good salesperson for that, that I don't even remember the name of that crap. What about that stuff? I thought it was supposed to help you sleep, Chantal. It's horrible. So I'm just feeling it a lot more. You're feeling you're open.
You're obviously not planning on keeping any of that as leftovers, since you just poured all of the dip right the hell over all of it, right? So you're gonna clear that plate. A plate for 4 people. Wow. All right.
Obesity is what you're feeling. Yeah, I'm just... Anyway. It's so good. You know what's really weird, and I know other people have pointed this out? I don't understand why she wears the undercap to the hijab so low on her forehead. I don't get it. I have friends that are Muslim and they don't do that. You look weird, Chantal. I'm also going to be getting a maid. Are you fucking serious? That's very common for people. Oh my god. Okay, now, because I do read a lot. Everybody go and Google the maid horror stories that come out of Kuwait, especially with the Filipina or the African people that come in to work in Kuwait. Go read some of those horror stories. I wonder.
So this is where I want to jump in as a team leader, former team leader for Unite Here Local 11. The measures that we were trying to get on the ballot would give the hospitality staff, the maid staff in hotels, panic buttons. It would raise their minimum wage. It would, make sure there was a realistic time frame on their working shift, so they weren't working, incredible hours. But most importantly, there is a high rate of SA in that particular industry. And I can only imagine it's just as bad in private homes as it is in hotels. In hotels, it's, to go in to clean a room and maybe there is a guest who is belligerent, intoxicated, whatnot, and tries to take advantage of the maid. That's why we were trying to get those panic buttons for them. And so we've been doing this up and down the state. But I think it would be even more dangerous in a private home situation. So this is wild. Why would she need a maid to be there all day anyway? Like, literally all you need is somebody to come in once a week and, spend 2 hours cleaning the apartment.
Why, all of a sudden, she wants to get a maid? Is it for Salah, actually? Maids here? I would also like to say I'm not trying to blanket the entire country of Kuwait as far as hiring maids or any type of service person within their home. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is there's stories that I've read specifically about that, so you can Google it. live-in maid, okay. It doesn't make a difference.
I'm just gonna swallow pride and do it.
Bitch, swallow pride. What pride? You're a filthy fucking human being. You're filthy. You usually have a herd of sewer flies that generally are around you at all times. What the fuck do you need a maid for? It's obviously Salah doesn't live there, and if he did, he's not there anymore because his family probably dragged him out. What do you need a maid for? Like, what filth do you have in that little apartment? I have a pretty good-sized home. I don't have a maid. I've never had a maid. You are so fucking lazy.
And hey, and give someone a job.
Give someone a job.
It's actually so common that most buildings...
It is common. And you know why it's common there? Because there's families. And there's families with multiple wives and lots of children and things like that. You have none of those. So this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Not only that, this is the one thing that you could do to get yourself some type of exercise, is cleaning that little apartment. And, oh, let me guess, you're getting rid of that because, oh, my sciatica. You're such a...
Yeah, seriously, I have complex regional pain syndrome, Chantal, and I still do the basic cleaning around my house. The last time I had a cleaning lady come in was after an activist moved out of my house and left my side bedroom in absolute disrepair. And that was in 2021. Okay, so it's very rare that I actually hire a cleaning lady to come in and do the work. I might bring somebody in pretty soon though, because I've fallen way behind because I'm so injured at this point that it's very difficult to keep up. But it's something I do like every 4 years. It's like, I need some help cleaning my bathtubs and shit because I can't get on my hands and knees anymore. You know? It's not, I need somebody, like, what are you talking about? You need a maid. Are you talking about a cleaning lady that comes in like once every couple of weeks or something? Or are you talking about somebody who's going to be there on a daily basis? Like, what are you talking about?
Fucking liar, and you're lazy.
Like the cleaners that come in and do the apartments, and you pay them individually, like each apartment pays them.
It sounds like you're living in a hotel. Are you living in a hotel? Is it? You know what? Now that I'm thinking about that, is this actually an apartment? Or is this, those of you from America will know, Residence Inn?
Yeah, it does seem like it's pre-furnished because the furniture is weird, right? I mean, he might have picked that shit out, but there's something very strange about this situation. It is a high-rise building as well, so it seems like something that you would find like on Hollywood Boulevard or something, where they've got the high-rise buildings and they're pre-furnished. And so they probably have some services that you can just sign up for. It's entirely possible. I don't know.
And my son actually stayed in one of those when he was playing football. They put him up in a Residence Inn for a while. Is that what this is? Not an actual apartment, but a hotel Residence Inn situation type deal?
Because, especially right now, mostly because of my back.
any excuse to get out of physical labor or physical movement.
I'll just have more time to do other things instead of worrying about, like, you know.
Time to do more things. Now,
Yeah,
what things do you actually do, Chantal?
What other
Eat
things?
and poop. And we all know you're pooping, judging by the text messages from Salah, because that's what he's into. So obviously, you're pooping for him, and that's all you do.
I think I mostly just want help with, like the things that hurt my back the most are, like, vacuuming, sweeping, washing floors, the bathrooms. I won't have to do that.
Everything.
Imagine the face she made when she said the bathrooms. I won't have to do that, while she's shoveling down about 15 pounds of food. Imagine the toilet situation in that apartment. Disgusting. And she wants to hire a maid. Wow.
So, I think for me, that's a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea. You're lazy. And another thing too, I could hire a maid if I wanted to. You know, there's people in my family, they have maids to clean their homes. It's just that I feel more comfortable cleaning and doing things myself. Because even if my husband cleans, I'll go in right after him and clean it the way I like it. I know there's people out there that clean like that. So I would
No, that's true. Even when I've hired cleaning staff to come in and help me out, I have circled back around them to spot clean, because they don't take the same care that I would take. But it is difficult for me to physically do that now. It's probably difficult for Chantel too. I mean, she's a big lady. But she needs the exercise, and I think she's kind of full of shit about having sciatica, because she's not describing it the way that those of us who have had it have experienced it, you know?
It's just so stupid. And how filthy are you that you actually need a maid, Chantal? Mind blown on this one.
Honestly, I don't know how she could afford a maid. Quite frankly, if she can't even afford her cars, she can't afford repairs on her cars and shit. How the hell? I mean, it's pretty clear she's spending all of her money on food, right? And travel. Food and travel. So how the fuck is she gonna afford a maid? Give me a break.
Oh my God, I just thought of something. God forbid if the cleaning lady that if she does hire one, is prettier than her, skinnier than her, which I guarantee is the highest, that will be the highest probability of that.
Yes, of course.
The jealousy. Oh my God.
Setup is weird. I never have a good setup.
Yeah, after all these years. After all these years of stuff in your face hole, you don't have a good setup. It shows.
You know what? Based on where those curtains are, she's on that third couch that's over by the window.
The laziness.
Take care of, like, organizing things, the laundry.
You literally have a table, Chantal. You have a table that is clean and has 2 candles on it, or at least fictitious candles, whatever they are. But you have a designated space to eat, and again, you're sitting on a couch to do it. Oh my God.
Crazy things.
That I don't mind doing.
Wait a minute, that you don't mind doing. This is an example of why you will never be someone's wife, Chantal. Because it's not about that thing you don't mind doing. It's not about that. You're just a lazy bitch. You will never satisfy a man. You will never satisfy a woman. You will never satisfy a fucking animal. You're just a pig.
Maybe, cooking.
Maybe cooking. Probably not.
So, there's not going to be a live-in maid.
Why not? Maybe you should get a live-in maid. Because maybe that will be the only way that you...
No, I think, if anything, she probably needs no pair. She needs no pair to fucking clean her and take care of her and, watch her diet for her. She needs a fucking au pair.
Might possibly gain an actual friend. Or maybe not. I don't know. Might be good for you, Chantal.
They just come, whenever you want them to.
So if they're coming whenever you want them to, that's not hiring a maid. Because usually when you have a maid, they either live in the house and then they have their daily schedule, or you schedule them however many days you need them a week, and they come on that particular day. So clearly you are not hiring a maid. You're trying to flex with that bullshit, and you're probably going to use the service that...
And what's the point? They literally just moved to a new apartment. So why does she even need this? They literally just moved into a new apartment with new furniture, and so everything's already clean. What the hell is she even talking about?
In that building, which I now suspect is a residence inn type of hotel and not an actual apartment.
So yeah, that's my news. Don't really have much else to say.
Why don't you just get a goddamn job if you're that goddamn... You're so bored that you basically want to hire somebody so you can tell her what to do. You literally just moved into a new apartment that is clean. You don't need a maid at this point, because the most that you need to do is dust and maybe vacuum once in a while and maybe wipe down the counters. What the hell else do you need to do? I mean, you could hire somebody to clean your toilets once a week, but what the fuck? What the fuck even?
I'm just really exhausted.
Really, you don't have much to say. What about giving Kybella an apology, which you owe her? Why don't you do that?
And the effects, like I said, of this whole trip, it was... hard. I don't want to travel anymore alone either.
Oh, wait a minute. Why was there a jump cut there? Were you talking about Mr. Poop Fantastic? Is that why there was a jump cut there? Because you don't want to travel alone? Who are you going to be traveling with? Poop Fantastic?
So,
So you're gonna travel with Poop Fantastic. Where is he, by the way? Is he locked up? Or did his family drag him out of there?
We were reminiscing about our trip.
Literally, you guys were reminiscing about your trip to Thailand. What was he reminiscing about? He went into the red light district and had all his poop fantasies fulfilled. Is that what he was reminiscing about?
Mm.
I would go back there.
Bullshit.
Do you realize how fucking disgusting it is for us to watch a fat ass like you eating a giant platter of food? It's so gross, dude. It's so gross. That, yeah, you talk about, I'm not a train wreck. Yeah, you are. You're a train wreck. And that's why we cover your material. Because it's so fucking wild that you would do this. That you would stick your fat ass on YouTube eating a platter for 4 people with filters on your face, trying to make yourself look thinner than you really are. Oh my God.
For that long, probably.
So let me guess. You guys are going to go back to Thailand to do another visa run, right? Is that what you're going to do?
In 3 months.
Maybe for a couple of weeks or something.
Why, to sit in a hotel room and eat 7-Eleven food while Salah goes out and lives out his poop fantasies?
The vegetable juice is so good.
Disgusting.
They give you so much shrimp. It's so cheap, too.
Oh my God.
I don't understand how a person can eat all this food. In line for what? You stood in line for that?
For the check-in counter.
Oh, at the airport.
It was boring just waiting there, and I could hear, the clerk saying, "What's
It's
your final
boring because
destination?"
everybody's pointing and staring at you, and you feel insecure, probably.
And people, I realized why. Like, it just clued in. I can't believe it just clued in. I'm gonna make my own tahina sauce. I'm gonna be cooking. Don't
Sure
worry.
you
But I
will.
need like.
I want to see you ground up sesame seeds. I want to see you do that, Chantal.
I just need to feel better, and then.
I need to feel better as you shovel in 15 pounds of rice, fried shrimp, and bread. Yeah, you want to feel better. Sure.
Anyway, most people, because there's a connecting flight, like the plane from Montreal from Montreal to Doha. So Doha, there's going to be connecting flights. So most of the people from Montreal that were on the plane were going to different countries.
I'm pretty much sure you probably can get a direct flight into Kuwait, but you probably can't afford it. So that's why you are buying your tickets like that.
And they were just going to Doha to connect, right? So, for example, one guy was going to Chennai.
Man, you're a busybody in the airport, aren't you?
There's Karachi.
Paying attention to everyone else's travel plans.
There's different parts of the world. It was interesting.
There's different parts of the world. Really? There's different parts of the world, right? Chantal. You were talking about the Indian guy sitting next to you on the 13-hour flight. For fuck's sake. Give me a break.
Oh, God, this chilling.
a lot of people are going home after the holidays.
You think?
Which I was like, I wonder how busy it's gonna be. It wasn't horrible.
You said it was boring.
I don't think I've had a horrible experience, like, with the airport.
Wait a minute, didn't you? I thought you did. I think it was upon your first exit from Kuwait back into Canada, the first go round. Didn't you complain about the customs or Homeland Security? I don't know what they call it in Canada, that they were being racist towards you because they pulled you aside and were questioning you? Didn't you say that and complained about having you've never had a horrible time like that? You forgot that lie, Chantal?
That was just too busy. Have any of you been through that? I heard the Heathrow Airport is bad, but I don't know. I've never been. Enough bread for me. Put that aside. But when I got to the Kuwait airport,
Oh my gosh, she literally has nothing to talk about. And she's trying to avoid the literal poop elephant in the room.
you have to go. If you're arriving, you have to go to a special.
Oh my god.
Like, let's say, how do I explain it? There's like different
It's called the fucking
areas, like
terminal.
different areas of the. I don't even know what it is.
Oh my god.
You go down the stairs, and you have to pass through these kind of officers, and they like take your information and you
Customs.
fingerprint. Not like police officers, but like it's almost like customs, and but there's like for different ones. There's one for like. But anyway, that day that I came back, there was a line up the stairs. Like, it was busy. There was like a huge line wrapping around and going up and down and all around.
That's what happens when you
And I
buy
was
your ticket last
oh
minute.
my gosh, I walked all the way
With
to
the
the
deal
back
on
of the line.
lockdown.
And then, thank goodness, somebody came up to me, one of the workers, and was like, "Ma'am, you don't need to be in this line. It's for people who need like a certain paper."
I call bullshit on that story right there. They don't just randomly go to people. You don't need to be in this line. How would they even know that she's not supposed to be in this line or that line? My guess, either you were being a bitch Karen and you were complaining because you didn't want to stand on that line, and that's the type of person that you are, Chantal, is you'll complain and make a scene, and just to get rid of you, they'll give you what you want so you shut the fuck up. Or you're faking that you're pregnant in order to get out of standing in line. Those are my two guesses with you, because you're a fucking liar.
Certain visa. I'm like, oh.
Well, I just don't understand why she doesn't ask for the wheelchair service. I mean, like, that's what I do every time I travel now, is I ask to be carted off in the wheelchair because it is too difficult for me to walk through the entire airport. If it's that difficult for you, Chantel, why aren't you asking them for the same service? Like, it's not that difficult to get. I just don't understand. And they cart you to the front of the line every time. I don't know what the problem is here.
How would they know that? Did you have it, like,
So I got to go right through.
on your forehead? You're such a fucking liar.
That made me happy.
You're a fucking liar.
Because I was so tired and stressed out.
Stressed out from what? What were you stressed out from, Chantal? What could it have been? I wonder. Could it be the rapey poop guy that's waiting for
Cheating
you?
husband.
Waiting for his cash cow? Is that why you were stressed out?
luggage.
God, her chewing.
I don't know why, but
her chewing. I mean, I can't.
I know, because she won't close her mouth. She won't close her mouth. She will not close. Like, literally, I had beef stroganoff while I was recording this. She sounds like a fucking cow every time she's eating.
Chew with your fucking mouth closed. Pig.
I never forget what my luggage looks like. Like, the intricate details. It's like black suitcases.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So how many people have black suitcases? You know what I mean?
Mine are red, actually.
I need to put name tags on my luggage.
How don't you have...
I put bumper stickers all over mine. I mean, like, it's not that challenging to put stuff on your suitcases to make them identifiable. I don't think her problem was identifying her suitcases. I think her problem is that she is so obese and, you know, like, has so much muscle problems at this point that it's difficult for her to actually lift the suitcases off of the carousel. And I mean, Salah doesn't seem to be anywhere, right? So who's helping her? Who's helping her right now? So yeah, she's probably like, oh no, I had to pull my own suitcases off of the carousel. You know, I've had to do that too, even in my injured state. And it's not cool. It does not feel good. My body hurts when I'm doing it, but I still have to do it. Because, I mean, that's just reality. Like, if you're traveling and you check a bag, that's what you got to do. Fortunately, the last few times I've traveled, I've been able to do onboard, you know, bags, like, the whole time. Because it's been just short, like, 2 to 3 days tops.
Wait a minute, you're a world traveler, Chantal. So cultured, and you're jet setting all over the place, and you have no name tags on your luggage.
No.
Idiot.
I got some for Christmas too, like as a gift.
Yeah, clue. Somebody's trying to give you a hint.
I'm not prepared.
But you're prepared for that 15 pounds
That's
of
one of the
rice,
things
though.
I find the hardest about traveling is being prepared, because if you're somebody like me who's not usually lacking organization skills and things like that, you know.
Are we supposed to excuse you for that? Are we supposed to be like, oh, we're so sad for you, Chantal, that you don't know how to live life, that you don't know how to adult? We're supposed to be sad for you over this? Like, the rest of us had to figure it out. Like, what's wrong with you?
And once again, I'd like to also point out that what she's doing by eating this enormous amount of food is haram and is against Islam.
Oh, no.
While she sits in hijab.
Anyway, thanks for watching and having this meal with me. Just thought I would catch you up on how I'm feeling. Of course, a lot of complaints about how I'm feeling because I'm feeling pretty poorly.
Wait a minute. Look at the size of her hand. And look at how disgusting those nails are. Look, they're filthy. Look at these filthy fucking nails. Chantal, your hand is fucking huge. It looks like a balloon. That's not healthy at all. You need to wake the fuck up.
Wow.
But
Look at the hand.
that was a crazy journey. Good night.
Okay, so clearly, Chantal, I mean, I don't care how much food deflection. You try to do mukbang deflection, jet lag deflection, whatever the case might be with you. For the rest of your life, if you keep your YouTube career, LOL, going, you will forever be reminded of your rapey, poopy, fake husband, and that you're an animal abuser, and a racist, and a bigot, anti-Semite, homophobic. The list goes on and on with you. You're a piece of shit. We will always remind you of what you are as reaction channels. So that's it for me, everybody. Everybody have a nice day, and I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.
Thank you, Bad Seed. That was, oh, that was a great capture. Oh my god. Let me copy your link so I can, and I'll subscribe to your channel. Holy shit with this chick. She really thinks like she's a child who needs to be taken care of. Like, the rest of us don't know how to adult, and she can't figure this bullshit. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say about these eating disorder channels. They are crazy ass people who apparently do not know how to function at all.